Now, we're seeing some of this unfold again on the streets of Hong Kong today. We can just put up some pictures here where one protester has been arrested for holding up a Hong Kong independence flag. There are some protests underway because Beijing has now passed the new security laws. Grave concerns about where that is headed. If we can just get those pictures up showing this, there has been an arrest, the possibility of life sentences there now. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I'm just out of time, so I won't ask you any more about Hong Kong. We've discussed that before, and we'll come back to it, Alexander Downer. But I wanted to get your thoughts on these claims about Russia paying the Taliban bounties to take out American and presumably coalition soldiers in Afghanistan. You, of course, were Foreign Minister throughout a long period when Australian troops were in Afghanistan. Do you place any credence on these claims?
I hope they're not true, and I'm surprised to read about them, I must confess. I wouldn't have thought Russia would want to get that deeply embedded in conflict, in particular with the United States over Afghanistan, and they'd be foolhardy to do it. But I think we need more clarity on whether it's true, and if it is true, then it'll have dire consequences for Russia's relations with the West. There's no doubt about that. It would be an extraordinarily foolish thing for Russia to do.
Russia wouldn't have had an interest in feeding into that witch's brew in Afghanistan to keep America preoccupied?
You could sort of make an argument, but there's not much that they are ever going to get out of that, frankly. So I'd be surprised that they thought it made geopolitical sense. I mean, Russia's game is normally to try to make themselves relevant because it's a fading power, Russia. So they play into issues that make them relevant. But I can't see the logic of why they would want to get more embedded in the Afghanistan issue. It's not been a happy issue for them, of course, going back over the decades.
Indeed, indeed.
And they need to work with the Americans and start building their relations with the West as well as China.